Anytime you see any customer buying anything at your counter, it makes you smile.
Well, frozen beverages are fun.
Making a frozen beverage is much more complicated than anyone would imagine. This is not homemade ice cream.
We are making ice and introducing the syrup, the water, and the CO2 in the proper ratios and freezing that to the right consistency.
Our customers like frozen beverages because it's something different.
It's somewhat surprising how much technology actually goes into the beverage dispensing industry.
There's a lot of electronics, a lot of sensors, a lot of compressor cycles. There's a lot of things going on.
Me as an operator, I don't really care what's in the equipment, just as long as it works.
Several years ago, we looked at can we improve our refrigeration system. That's the heart of the machine. You have to create a frozen beverage, so how do we do that? We have to refrigerate and freeze the product.
We had a good piece of equipment in the field using a reciprocating compressor, but the FCB application is a very harsh application. This is not a refrigerator. It's very demanding on the compressor, and we had taken the reliability level basically as high as we could.
My definition of robust on FBD equipment is how durable is it for the environment that it's going to be in, and certainly in a Burger King with all the heat, employees, abuse, you know, it's got to hold up to these conditions.
The commitment to the customer and the brands is significant throughout the industry to make sure that we are bringing the highest quality, most reliable product to the marketplace.
Well, FBD changed the standard for the FCB platform in introducing the Copeland scroll compressor technology.
There was a little bit of skepticism out there about switching to a scroll compressor. An Emerson Copeland scroll compressor in a piece of FCB equipment had never been done before.
We have a few select suppliers that we collaborate with closely. Emerson brings to the table the refrigeration technology experience coupled with FBD's dispenser experience. It creates a great partnership.
They come in, they train us on compressors and refrigeration processes. They evaluate our equipment, new designs, in-house as well as at their facility, and it's been very satisfying.
I don't think we were prepared for the actual data as the data started coming in and realizing that the improvement in reliability was extremely significant.
A scroll compressor is rated for twice the number of starts that a reciprocating compressor is, so that's why it's suited for this application.
The Copeland scroll compressor, through the years of data that we've been able to acquire, prove a 7 times more reliability than a reciprocating compressor.
And I hear that they have improved the compressor in it, and I guess that's going to be a good thing. Well, when frozen was introduced 12 years ago in the Burger King system, it was kind of like find anywhere where you can put it. And I'm sure that was a very hard thing to do in some restaurants.
In retail, every inch of space matters.
Some restaurants you'll see them over in the drive-thru, some on the front counter, some behind the front counter. There was even talk of people putting them back by the three-compartment sink.
We were able to reduce the size of our 4-barrel dispenser from a little over 30 inches down to 26 inches with the reduced footprint of the Copeland scroll compressor compared to a reciprocating. So the value to the end customer, we can provide more flavors and less counter space.
As we have built new buildings, we made room for them, and like this restaurant, we try to make it visible from the customer's view on the front line just to promote more sales of the frozen.
FBD customers sell a lot of frozen beverages, and we have the confidence in the Copeland scroll compressors to make sure that our operators have the maximized uptime, which allows a faster return on their investment and a more consistent return on their investment in years to come through the overall life cycle of the equipment.
There's not a lot of cost in the actual product itself. Really the main expense is the equipment up front. You know, it's an easy product to make. It doesn't take a lot of labor. It can prove to be a good winner for the bottom line.
The advantages of the Copeland scroll compressor technology, our overall dependency of the equipment and longevity of the equipment. This is a large capital investment that the operators need to make. Secondly, it has the backing of another major supplier and organization that understands the refrigeration needs. And finally, name recognition to ensure that our customers know that we are putting the best quality components within our piece of equipment.
When frozen beverages were first introduced, I wasn't as excited about it as I thought I would be. But after getting the machines installed and seeing how easy it was, and pretty much maintenance-free as far as the crew and management, I became a believer in it.